Hey guys, what's up? Pasay Baller here. We are now on this second game for today, January 7, 2023. This is the game between Utah Jazz and Chicago Bulls, and that'll happen at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be 9 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. By the way, the spread given here is a minus 1.5. Is it still minus 1.5? Let me just refresh my phone real quick. Um, it is still at minus 1.5, and that's given towards the home team, Chicago Bulls. Before we proceed, let's check on the standings and the rankings of both teams. Let's start with Chicago Bulls. They belong to the Eastern Conference and they are currently at number 9 with a record of 18 wins and 21 losses. While for Utah Jazz, they belong to the West and at the moment they are at number 10 with a record of 20 wins and 21 losses. Alright, so Chicago Bulls, they would have the advantage in terms of home court. The game will be at United Center. In terms of fatigue, though, Utah Jazz would have the advantage on this because Chicago Bulls played last night against Philadelphia, while Utah Jazz were, chilling out. So Utah Jazz is the fresher team approaching this game. Now, in terms of momentum, well, both teams are actually coming off wins. Utah just won a couple of nights ago against Houston Rockets, if I'm not mistaken, and again, Chicago played last night, and they also won. But we have to give the advantage towards Chicago Bulls because approaching this game, the Bulls they are coming off back-to-back wins. Now, let's check on the availability of the players and the health of both teams. For Utah Jazz, it's still the same. It's Colin Sexton who is out for them. I mean, a lot of people overlook this, but really, Sexton brings a whole lot to the table of Utah, and his absence really costs them a lot. So I'm hoping for the best, and hopefully Sexton will be back soon. Now, for Chicago Bulls, two players are confirmed out, Javonte Green and Lonzo Ball, and we have Bradley and Caruso still listed as questionable. So in terms of health, Utah Jazz would still have the advantage because there are four players, man, potentially out for the Chicago Bulls. All right, so this one's a bit, tougher than how it seems. Um, if you take a look at the record, it's almost the same. 20 wins, 21 losses for Utah. For Chicago, it's 18 and 21. A lot of people would fade away from Chicago Bulls because the Bulls will be playing their second game in 2 nights, and that's quite understandable. If people would do that. But I'm trying to consider everything. If you take a look at Chicago Bulls' wins, so that's including last night's win against Philadelphia, and before that, remember they were the ones who actually put the stop on that tremendous winning run or winning streak that Brooklyn Nets had. So I'm pretty sure that Chicago Bulls they have this amazing momentum under their belt approaching this game. I know Utah Jazz would have advantage in terms of fatigue for sure, but I'm just a huge believer of momentum. And not only that, in terms of form, Chicago Bulls, they got a better form. If you take a look at their last 10 games, they have actually won 7. As compared to Utah Jazz, for their last 10 games, they have only won 3 times. And their last win, that was against the Houston Rockets. And we all know that Houston Rockets is one of those teams which are really struggling, so bad. Um, it's hard to pick, but I'm gonna still side with Chicago Bulls in here. They are at home anyway, so they will be receiving the support from the home crowd. And again, they got this momentum, and I'm pretty sure that their offense should be enough, to for them to for them to get that W. At the same time, cover that spread, which is not that much. It's just minus 1.5. It's just a DeRozan jump shot or whatever, right? So my pick would be Chicago Bulls. It's minus 1.5. I'm looking at Chicago Bulls, and I think that they would actually extend this winning, little winning run that they have a little bit more. Bulls minus 1.5. Peace out. Pasay love, and God bless.